Let's start with, are you reading closely and looking? The first R stands for read the question. So let's circle that question mark and underline all the way back to the beginning of that sentence. It says, how would you find the number of students that got off the bus at the 2 stops? Let's cross it off. And also the U because we underlined. The next R stands for read the details. Josh rides the bus home. At the first stop, 23 people get off. Then 15 people get off at the second stop. Let's cross it off. The next letter is C for circle clue words. I'm going to circle Josh because this question is about him. And then I'm going to circle that at the first stop, 23 people get off. And I'm going to label that first stop because there's more than one. Next, I'm going to circle 15 people get off at the second stop. And I'm going to label that second stop. In the question, I'm going to circle how would you find, and then number of students that got off at the 2 stops. Now I can start my 3-step. And next I'm going to read those questions that I love so much. The first question is, what should I do first? The first thing I'm going to do is the main idea, and I'm going to make it short. How would you find the number of students that got off of those 2 stops? My next question is, what do I know? Well, I know that this question is about Josh and that he rides the bus. I know that there's 2 stops and that at the first stop, 23 people get off. So that's represented by this Unifix cube. And I also know that at the second stop, 15 people get off. And the question wants to know how many people get off at the 2 stops. So I'm going to use what I know and think about how can I represent that in a strip diagram. So in order to think about that, I just want you to think about these 2 Unifix cubes. If this is how many people got off at the first stop, and this is how many people got off at the second stop, and we want to know how many people got off, since both of these groups of people got off, just think about that action that I just did. I just put these numbers together. So that's probably what we're going to have to do. Let's look at our action poster. If the action is put together, what is our operation going to be? Well, it's going to be addition. So let's see how we can draw a strip diagram from that. This question is about Josh. Josh has people riding the bus with him. Now I'm going to draw my bar. Right now, I don't know how many people got off of the bus at the 2 stops in total, and I know that the total number goes at the top. So if I don't know what goes up here at the top, then I'm just going to put in a question mark with my brackets. What I do know is that 23 people got off at the first stop. So part of those people were at the first stop, and 23 people got off at the first stop. At the second stop, I know that 15 people got off. So now my strip diagram looks exactly like that Unifix cube model that I showed you guys. So now that I have my strip diagram, let's see if it still matches with put together. Does it look similar? Yes, because both of them need a total number at the top, and both of them have numbers that in little squares that are touching together, because we had to put them together like little Legos. Okay, and the operation is addition, so I'm just going to make my clue go up there at the top. And in my strategy, I'm just going to go ahead and put them together. I'm going to put together 23 with 15, and that's going to equal my answer. I'm not going to worry about the actual number answer right now because my question wants to know how would we find the number of students that got off. And the way is through putting the numbers together with addition. So let's see if anything in my answer choices matches. Did we subtract? No, so A can't be right. Did we add? Yes, I'm going to put a question mark, and I'm going to put an M for maybe. C says find the difference. Let's go back to our action poster map. The difference is down here. This means that the answer to a subtraction problem is the difference. Did we subtract? No. So I'm going to cross off that word difference and cross out C because that's not the answer. And not here, well, I think that this could be the answer, so that's not right. We did add them, so B is the answer.